Lights, camera, action. We good? We good? Lights, camera, action. I don't know why people don't say that shit no more, man.
That's the early 2000s, man.
That shit's still cool though, cause you do still gotta check the lights, the cameras, and the action.
Now everybody doing it themselves, so
yeah, that is true.
You be on go.
I ain't gonna lie, this doing it yourself shit kind of whack though.
I was thinking, I ain't know what you were gonna ask and stuff like that, but I was thinking that too. Like, damn, imagine the city we had somebody that really just edited it, or that really like put like that can shoot the podcast for you and just shoot it to you. You send the audio and they just shoot it back to you. You know what I'm saying? We all make bread, but you don't have that here. Like, you gotta do everything yourself. So.
I tell people that all the time. Like, if you're gonna start something like we do, man, just pay people.
I wish. I ain't gonna lie, I'm happy I know it though.
Yeah.
People, not me though.
I wouldn't do it no other way, but I'm talking about as far as like people starting out now. Nah, just pay niggas.
That's the thing, bro. Like they paying somebody. They paying you.
So that's why I be saying that.
Yeah, you produce like 6 podcasts, bro. They all paying you. And I'm gonna send them your way because I'm done with that. I'm not doing that no more. My days of producing are over.
I'm still with it, bro.
I'm producing my podcast right now. That's my daughter's. That's it.
I like that too.
Else's, bro.
I like that. That's real good daddy-daughter bonding time.
I be trying, bro. Somebody gotta do it because it's been crazy out here.
Yeah, but sometimes I be like, man, Maine look like the nigga in the mall holding the baby. Like, hey, you see my kid? You should give me your number.
Oh, I wish.
Bullshit.
I wish though. But that's how it be sometimes for real though. You know, like when you do post
niggas be
kids
doing that with like their nieces and shit.
Yeah.
That's some real weird.
Honestly, I'd rather not be in the mall at all with my daughters. Honestly, I hate being out with them and seeing people because then they message you. Oh, I saw you. So like genuine. Nah, I don't like that, man. Just like me for me, bro, which is cool.
But yeah, man, we doing something different today, man. Since don't nobody want to book no interviews and ain't nobody hit us up about no interviews, it really seemed like ain't nobody really doing nothing out there right now.
All that PPP money they had, I mean, ain't had many interviews. That's crazy.
I seen y'all on them lists though.
I don't want to hear nobody talking about support no more. I don't care. I don't talk about support.
But
don't complain about support no more.
If you do want to book an interview, man, you can still hit us up, man. We still doing the interviews, Maine and Slim on here. But today we doing an interview with Maine since don't nobody else want to do an interview. So we said, fuck it, we'll interview each other. We don't give a damn. This content ain't gonna stop.
How we started last year, I interviewed you, I believe.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie. I had a couple people ask me, can they interview me recently?
Again. Yeah, I think every year you get a run where people want you on their show after a while. Yeah, I think you gotta start taking that in consideration just to get cross promotion. I know
I ain't doing that.
You know, I know we always talk about like Drake be saying that what he said niggas be wanting a verse for a verse, but they ain't swapped to me. Yeah, that's how I know it be like sometimes like they just starting out. It's like that's not really the same, bro. Like,
but I feel bad like telling somebody and this ain't supposed to be about me, but I feel bad telling somebody like, nah, I don't think this is good timing. When I first started, people were like, yeah, I'll fuck with you.
Yeah, but it's just different, bro. It's different when you doing it than when you just people don't know what's going on. Like this podcast is now everybody know what one is, and everybody want to start one now, of course. But back then, it wasn't a thing, so it was just something to test out and see how fun it was.
Yeah, it's weird. I always wanted to ask you that too. Like when me and you first met and we started doing podcasts together, did you ever look and be like, man, this kind of weird how he set up his podcast and how he do his stuff? Because like you used to help me out while we was recording. Like, hey, the time about to run out.
Oh, nah, you just freestyle. Like I always tell people, we got the same hustle, but we just got different ways we approach it.
Yeah, methods.
We approach it very differently, and we from, like I said, we got similar backgrounds, but we also not the same. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So, I just thought that you was like a different version of me. That's all. Yeah. That's how I looked at it. So, nah, you did your thing.
But yeah, shout out to my homeboy Scooter, man. He said it'll be interesting to have a interview with you and really start out like past high school, past all that, like because we've already talked about how you was real shy in high school and you ain't really like I ain't gonna say shy. You was real standoffish, right?
That's probably better. Okay. I would never
standoffish. And then we talked about how you started the podcast and everything. But you know what we never talked about, and I don't know if you want to talk about it though.
What's that?
Is like how'd you get into your career field with your job? Like he told me that would be an interesting story for you to tell people basically how you don't have to do traditional things like, go to a fucking Ivy League school and get a job at IBM. But let's start from like school because you went to college too, right?
Yeah.
Let's start there and then go to the career path.
All right, so I went to college. I didn't want to go to college, man. It just the girl I was talking to at the time was like, "Yeah, I can't talk to anybody that's not in college." I was like, "All right, I'm gonna go." You know what I'm saying?
You tripping?
I mean, I was smart though. Like my school wanted me to go too. Like they made me fill out stuff. I had.
Was this right
high
after high
GPA.
school?
It was in high school. My senior year. I didn't care. I wanted to take 2 years off of school. I wanted to chill. Like I feel like I did 18 years of just doing everything anybody else want me to do. I want to do my own thing. So, but that didn't work out. And then I think my aunt bought me a laptop or something like that. I'm like, yeah, it's yours if you go to college. Everybody knew I want to go. So then I end up going.
Don't you hate them little tricks?
Yeah, but I love that laptop back then. In 08, a laptop, man, listen. So, when I went to school, I went for accounting because I thought I was good with numbers. And I am good with numbers, don't get me wrong, but accounting was different. I wasn't focused in school, I ain't gonna lie. Like, I was the type of person, I go to school, and I'm learning, I'm happy, I'm in there, I'm answering questions right, and as soon as I leave school, it's a wrap. I'm not opening that one book, I ain't doing no homework. I'm outside playing ball or going to a game or something like that, like or working. My head couldn't stay in the books until I had my daughter. That's when I started to take school seriously, and I finished then. So, but I finished. I got a degree in criminal justice. So,
what made you pick criminal justice?
So, like I said, I had a daughter, and so let me go back a little bit. So,
yeah, what year? I don't mean to cut you off, but what year did you have your daughter of college?
2011. And I graduated high school 08, so it wasn't too much after that,
okay,
right?
You was almost done with school.
Yeah, I should have been almost done with school. I said I didn't take it seriously, so I was going for the money. Honestly, I was going for the check. Like
you had the Pell Grant?
Check. I had that and I had hope, so I had everything, you know. So I was getting like 6,000-7,000, you know what I'm saying, every semester. So and didn't know what to do with it. I was dumb at the time.
Shout out to Cooks because that's his favorite question too.
About college?
Yeah.
Pell Grant?
Did you run off with the check?
Chill out, bro. I wish that check ran up for me, nigga. I did everything wrong. I was buying TVs. I was doing dumb shit with the money.
You were living though, right?
Yeah, I was doing all right. Yeah, I was doing all right. You know, but I feel like knowing what I know now, I could have did a lot more. You know what I'm saying? I could have. It's all good. They never get it back though, so it don't matter. But anyway,
there's neither here nor there.
In the midst of that, I had a homeboy that from school that I met. He must have thought I was really smart too. You know what I'm saying? Because he started to meet up and we did a few meetings and. We ended up opening a Gary's Hamburgers. I know you're familiar with that. It's over there in Washington, Washington Road. We opened one in Graniteville, South Carolina. I was 19 at the time, so I'm 19, my own business. So I was like, fuck school. Like I was like, and I was going for accounting and business at the time. So I'm like, I got one. What they need? What I need a degree for?
Oh yeah. Let's talk about that also because I also had that question. How did you get? How exactly did y'all come up with the idea to start a Gary's Hamburger? Like, was it just a cheap franchise to buy into?
All right, so I can go on a little bit about some of this stuff. So, I'm younger at the time, so stuff. And we from two different worlds too. So stuff I'm into, he's not really into, but he don't know that. You know what I'm saying? So, how we go about doing this? He worked for Gary's already for like 9 years at the time. He's a manager, so he knew the blueprint and everything. And Obama is what helped us. Obama passed that health Obamacare, whatever, right? To where you had to give insurance if you had more than 50 employers. The guy was cheap. If he gave it that one store, he had under 50 employers. He didn't have to give health insurance. So shout out to Obama, okay? And then with that came that was the store he wanted to get it off his hands. Mind you, it was Graniteville. Anybody know Best Academy Road? It's nothing down there, but now it is. But at the time it was nothing. It was just what's that gas station? Greg's Gas Plus. I think they got.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
It's right there, and then it's the Gary's in there. That was the only thing on that road, and you can pay the water bill on that road. Now they got Fame Dollar, Subway, 3-4 gas stations. They got businesses on that whole road now. So we really lost a lot of money by messing that up. We was young though, but at the time it was nothing but that over there. But I'm 19, my own business, like you know what I'm saying. So I feel like I'm doing good. But that's how we got it, and I think he wanted $50,000 for it. So we put up 30. And then we had to pay the other 20 in increments. So that's how we got it.
Can you break down a little bit how y'all went about getting the money? Did y'all get a loan?
I can't talk.
Okay.
Nah, but like my partner David, like he was very resourceful in some of the stuff too. Like he had family that can get some stuff on too, like his aunt, his grandma and stuff like that too.
So why didn't y'all go about getting a loan though? That's the only reason why I asked you that question. I
was
wasn't trying
young.
to be messy.
I was too young.
Okay.
Yeah, I was too young to get a loan like from a bank or something like that. So we had to just get it. However you was getting money, you get it that way.
So how did that business end?
Shout out to Dave, my guy right there.
I actually met him. I met him at a.
Yeah, he told me.
Yeah.
when you was filming.
Yeah, I was filming.
That's his location now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Shout out to him. He went through some real trouble and stuff. Like he almost passed away this year. So God bless him. But yeah, I talked about it before on the podcast, and I probably go in depth. It would be too long to go in depth, but I would just say, for lack of better words, like it was just one of them things where people made mistakes. I think he made some mistakes. He just made some mistakes, and then I made a mistake of allowing somebody else to control my business. You know,
Mm-hmm.
so it was nothing that I could have did to save or ruin it. But he was young too, so he was older than me, but he was young. Like it was his first business, and I think he just made some bad decisions.
That's it.
Yeah, that's the best way to say it. I mean, I can go in depth, but it's not, you know.
So, how long did y'all have the Gary's Hamburgers?
Like a year and a half, like 18 months. And the thing is, like, the numbers was crazy. We got the numbers up. The sales was up. Everything was going pretty good, I thought. You know?
What was you doing with them checks then? Same thing you doing with the school checks?
I was wilding out, yes. And now again, like I said, I was making sure I pay myself every week. So mind you, I got a daughter on the way. So just so to give clarity, I lost. Well, I'm gonna say because we lost the business the week of my birthday of me turning 21.
Mm-hmm.
That's when we lost it.
That's
like
that's
week.
a great present, ain't it?
Man, listen. My birthday was one day. I found out some BS the next day with the business, and then that Wednesday he was like, "Hey man, it's over." Like he called me like,
"That's
over.
it.
It's over. It's over." It was a tax issue. It was a tax issue, and I understand taxes more, but we was on so in South Carolina you don't pay a tax or whatever. They put you on a plan. That plan you can't like reroute from the plan. You can't deviate from it at all.
Mm-hmm.
One payment, that's a wrap. Like they're coming to get it. And that's what happened. He missed the payment. I didn't know. Like I said, that was something he was taking care of. In hindsight, if I would do it over again, I would be more in tone with the business. And that's why how I am now. I know people always say, "Oh, man, listen, man." That's why I'm how I am. I already had that messed up. I always think about like what my life would be at if I could have had more franchises, or you know what I'm saying, or have that as pocket money or something. Like I could be doing something totally different, but. Life playing out how it pan out.
So while you had this business, did you have a 9-to-5 at the time?
I was there. I worked there. Like I actually
you worked there.
I actually worked.
And
yeah, I call on athlete work. So my thing was you save on payroll, and then I'm learning. I want to learn the business I'm into, and the goal was to get another one and get another one, and then we like divvy up the stores and stuff like that. That was the long term goal. But like I said, I think, and if I had to really guess, I think what it was, and I always tell him like I think he was just trying to be up here too fast. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes people, I think the budget we was on wasn't to be up here. But when you're a business owner, you want to be like the business owner, keeping up the Joneses. And like I said, Gary's a millionaire. Like, you can't keep up with Gary. You get a new truck, you can't get a new truck, man. Like it don't work that way. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I could, But
I gotta salute you though. Having your own business at 19, I can't even imagine it because I didn't have my first business until I was 25, and at 25, I still felt like I was too young. At 19, I can't even imagine, bro.
And I always tell you that, like, mind you, I got a daughter on the way. I'm not saving no money. I'm like, why I save money for? When she come, I'm just gonna buy all the stuff that week.
Yeah.
No, like shit was bad. You know what I'm saying? Shit was bad. Like year, 2 years. Next year was like really bad for me, but it helped. Like it helped in the long run. It helped in the long run to me. But shout out to him. Shout out to anybody that got a business. I always tell them like just stay on top of it. If you're doing business with two people, which is why I don't work with nobody. Mm-hmm. That's the main reason why I don't open businesses. I don't do nothing with nobody. It's not him. No one put it on him, but it's
your personal
that situation. Yeah,
experiences.
never again. I can't do that again.
It's funny you say that because when I run ideas to my mom, because I always like bounce ideas off of her, and I'd be like, yeah, man, I really want to open up a studio with my homeboy Maine. She was like, that's not a good idea,
but that's
baby.
why I be so hesitant when you ask me. Like,
yeah.
You'll see my energy change. It's not you.
Yeah. It's just your experiences.
Bro, I done been through this.
That's everybody's experiences, though.
And it's like, and
you got to trust somebody, though. That's how I feel about it.
Yeah, I do. I trust my daughters, bro.
But yeah, so how did you bounce back from owning the hamburger store? What'd you do after that?
Man, everything. It seemed like, bro, I was doing in hindsight, that happened. It was like the best thing because first of all, I worked at a Sprint gas station. Horrible. I would never do that again, bro. I can't do a gas station.
Can you say which one?
Right here. right here on right.
Tobacco Road.
It's Meadowbrook.
Okay.
Yeah, Windsor Spring. And I lived in Woodlake, so I was right there. And Super Bowl, Giants won the Super Bowl. He got robbed, like, you know what I'm saying?
While you was there?
No, I'm sorry. And somebody tried to rob it. I was in there, but I'm going through the story because we on camera as well, right? So
yeah.
I never tell the story like on camera, but this shit is wild. I want to high. Giants won Super Bowl. I'm on Twitter talking crazy shit. I'm working this crazy shift that I never work. I'm doing overnight.
Mm-hmm.
I've been wanting to leave at this store at this time. Like I hated working in the store. Like I couldn't stand it. And mind you, I'm coming from a management position. I'm the boss. Now I got bosses on top of bosses on top of bosses because you know you got niggas in the store been there 6 years thinking they run you, and I don't know nothing. You know what I'm saying? So every day they complain about something. I'm like, damn, get off my nuts. Like it was pissing me off. I ain't want to be there.
Yeah. So
I'm on a high. You know, you got deposits. I got stuff like money on the counter, just like I'm not doing it the right way or whatever. It's overnight, you know. Everybody done left. The rush done left. Everybody in the club or going home, whatever. Some guy beat his girl outside. I don't know why I'm saying this, but he beat up really bad. That shit was kind of wild. So it was just one of them nights. I'm like, all right, cool. You know, shit is going up. And a guy come to the window because you couldn't come inside the store at the time. You had to come to the window, and he just was walking up. So I'm gonna meet him to the door. I'm being so unaware of my surroundings that when I get there, he pushed the thing, you know, whatever, to push the thing in. And I pushed it back like, what's up? He pushed it back again. I'm like, what you want? And then he had this big ass gun. I said, oh shit. And I just ran. But I felt like I ran slow as fuck. Like at the time they had like the fountain drinks over there. So it was like it's a wall. So I went behind a wall, but I swear I feel like it took me 10 seconds to get over there. I felt like I was running so slow. And he had a mask and stuff on. I just never noticed it the whole time.
So you just kept pushing it back and he had a
I'm
whole
on my
mask
phone.
on.
I'm not paying attention.
And this is
to
before
him.
the pandemic.
Yeah, man, shit is crazy. Like he put it back and it was like, I'm like, nigga, what? You know, so we going back and forth for a second. Then he cocked the gun. I looked up and I seen he had the mask on. I said, oh shit. So I dipped off. And shit was crazy because I dipped up. I'm like, it's all glass. If he got a shotgun, he'll shoot the glass. It's over. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. The money on the counter, I don't care if he get it. I'm just not coming to the door because I don't trust you. You know what I'm saying? That felt like a long ass 2 minutes, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I was like, this nigga gonna kill me. Shit. I got my daughter at home. You know what I'm saying? She only like couple months, something like that, maybe 2 months.
Did he shoot the glass?
Nah. He robbed somebody else outside. Let me tell you, he robbed somebody else outside, right? Let me tell you.
Why are we laughing at this?
Nah, let me tell you why it's funny. It's funny because I be seeing this nigga all the time.
I thought he had a mask on.
He think the nigga he robbed, I see him.
Oh, okay.
Because he thinks that we're cool because he got robbed the night that they tried to rob the Sprint. We had nothing in common. Right? I made that clear. But so another guy come up like finally because it's like I said, it's 3 a.m. and nobody's outside. Mm-hmm. So I'm thinking he just gonna stay here until whatever. No cops, no nothing. Nobody coming outside. Somebody finally pull up. I'm like, thank God. You know, I was like, fuck. Come on in, nigga. What you want? You know what I'm saying? You gonna help me? You gonna be my security, nigga. And what happened was a guy came in here. He's like, let me in. I'm like, hell nah. You might be with that nigga. I don't know you. I'm thinking they're together. He's like, let me in. He just robbed me. I was like, that's cool. You're not coming in, bro. Like, no. And what happened was he ended up calling the police. So the police come, and so they there now. The police is there. You know, I'm inside. I'm like, fuck. I have called people. I'm like, yo, and they finally call me back. Nobody answered the phone when I called. Whatever. Just let me die, right? Fuck it.
Yeah.
So
that's how corporations think.
Not to my family. I'm talking about
your family
members. Like, yo, what's going on?
I mean, it's 3 a.m, so I got to get him some
bells. My best friend answered the phone though, but he couldn't do nothing. Mm-hmm. But yeah. So the funniest part about this is the guy that got robbed tries to come in there and he's like, yo, man, I need something to drink. And bring it up like, nigga, it's not free. He stole my money. You can't get nothing to drink, nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? So he go outside and the guy that robbed him, I didn't know at the time. You know what I'm saying? I don't know these people. The guy that robbed him must have robbed him, went to Checkers, came back eating a burger, and he came inside the store and he looked at me, but I don't know who it was, but he gave me a look like, you good? I'm like, I guess, you know. And the guy ran in trying to fight him. He's like, nigga, you robbed me. So he robbed the nigga and got a burger and came back eating it to the crime scene.
And with the police there?
With the police there, yeah. And they arrested his ass. They arrested him, yeah, because the guy said it was him.
Oh, he was on drugs. He ain't know no better.
Nah, he just came home he just did 15 years. I don't know that because obviously afterwards, it's like
public record.
Yeah, so when I seen the crime in the paper, I went and looked the name up. I'm a criminal justice major, so I got the database, looked the name up. He had just did 15 years. He just came home like 2 months before that.
Oh, he was ready to go back.
He ready to go back. And a funny side note to that whole thing though was like, this brother had called me. It was like, hey man, if they tell you to come to court, man, don't come. We shoot you some bread. Da 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 da. I'm like, bro, I don't work there no more. I left. That was the last night I worked there. And I was done. I'll never come to court. Don't worry about it. So it was cool, but yeah, that was I had to leave. I left Sprint after that.
That nigga man said I wasn't going to court anyway, nigga.
Yeah, I didn't leave because of that. That was just a good. I've been wanting to leave. I needed a reason to leave. So when that happened, I was like, thank God. I just had
you played the traumatized card.
Oh yeah, I didn't care about. I didn't care about it, but
I don't blame
at the end of the day, I'm like, I needed a reason because I didn't want my mom or people to think like I'm just trying to be a bum. Like I said, shit going down here at this point. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, damn, you don't want to work. You know what I'm saying? So I had to make sure that when I left, on a good note. So. I had a reason to, and then after that, I did like side jobs, like I did like Jam Pro. God bless the dead. My manager, boss, or whatever you might call it, she just passed away yesterday. One of my best friend's mom, she was my boss at the time, and I did some Jam Pro stuff. I ain't like it too much. I ain't gonna lie, it's just easy money. Like go clean for 3-4 hours. That was cool, but
it get on your
that's
nerves
when I started
after a
to do
while.
camera stuff, and I would get paid to shoot my brother games. Just his highlights though, and he was the main attraction, so of course it was easy. I was getting like $100 a game. These games I'm going to anyway, and I'm shooting this stuff anyway, regardless. I'm getting an iPad to do it, so I'm getting access to footage too. And so I make a copy, I make a double. I give myself a double, and I give him the double. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting paid to do stuff I'm gonna do anyway. So like in hindsight, a lot of stuff worked out for me. Like I wouldn't be doing podcasts, none of this stuff had I not went through all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because at that time, all I had was a camera. Now all I had was my brother to make like. That was my money. Like every game, so three games a week, $300 a week. I'm making instead of -15, like paying the $5 to get in the game. I'm getting the games free, media pass to all the games. You know what I'm saying? Like it was a beautiful thing. So.
Why didn't you keep that up after your brother went off to school?
Well, at that time I started working where I'm working at now, and that money was good too. Like that was like my first real like job where I was like, okay, I'm making good money now too. So. It was no point. Like, and I couldn't travel to Cali. I wasn't doing that. Like,
yeah. So now let's get into. Do we got time? We good?
I don't know what I can't see from here.
Oh yeah, we good. We good. It's 22 minutes. But now let's get into your current job. I know you don't want to say where it's at. So what can we call it? Can we call it a department store? Mm-hmm. Can we call it that? All right. So, how did you start working at the department store?
I ain't gonna lie. As smart as I feel like I was. I realized I ain't had no connection, bro. I couldn't get no job. No, I was trying like, all the calling stores. My mother was trying. Mind you, my mom was like a wild card. So I remember getting an interview one time, and I told them who my mom was. They left, came back, like, okay, we're done. I was like, damn, she must be trash. You know what I'm saying? Like, my mom must not be a good worker.
Yeah.
And to this day, somebody I know is cool with the person that interviewed me, and I just can't stand her. I'm like, damn, what my mom did to you that I couldn't get the job. I felt like everything was good until I said that part, you know what I'm saying? But finally, at the time where I worked at, you had to do like an assessment test to even get an interview. Mm-hmm. So the first time I didn't pass it for some reason. Then the second time I passed it. And in hindsight, I did have connection because my mom's best friend is cool with the person who interviewed me. I didn't know at the time. So I got the job. But it was just seasonal. I didn't know what that meant. Like I said, I'm very green to this. Like all I know is every job I had it for a long time up until the business. The business kind of threw a wrench and everything. And mind you, I never tried to go back to where I worked at before. I just couldn't. I can't imagine going backwards. It was a pride thing. You know what I'm saying? I done left with new business. I ain't about to come back here after I lost the business. Like, you know, and they would like send me stuff like, keep your head up. So you know, people know you're doing bad. Like, damn, bro, it's crazy. I can never go back.
You can't even respond back.
Yeah, even when I would think about going back, I'm like, keep your head up. Took that personal. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I was like, all right, what I'm gonna do? So, and I worked there. And at first it was, like I said, it was cool, but not like I tell anybody, like, I don't know. I was dealt a good hand with this company for some reason because after like 2 months, they moved me somewhere that I didn't want to be because it was like no girls there, first of all. And it's like you can't really flirt or, play around. And it's like really busy at that part. But I was handling it. And then somebody retired, so I ended up getting a position as a full-time person. So I didn't know I was seasonal. I thought I had a job. Like, they was like, oh, nah, season end next week. I was like, oh, shit. You know what I'm saying? So it ended up working that way. And then from there, like 10 months later, I got another position where I got more money. And then it was on from there. Like, once I started gaining more control, like, I saw that you start to feel like you felt before. You know what I'm saying?
Hold on. Slow down a little bit, though. So you started out as a seasonal worker. Mm-hmm. And then when
that's
the season
lowest
was
of the lowest.
over,
it's lowest is seasonal.
And when the season was up, what did they tell you?
Well, I never made it to the season though. I never made it to that point.
Okay.
They kept saying the season's gonna be up at this date, and I didn't know what that meant. They kept telling me to apply to stuff, but when I finally did apply to something, it was for a full-time position. I didn't know none of that meant. I didn't know full-time coming benefits. I'm young. I'm still on mom insurance, so I don't know about insurance, dental plan, all that stuff. But like, it come with all that. So, like I said, I was dealt a good hand, you know. And then 10 months later. Just only 10 months, I got a higher position in that same area. So now I'm making, like, at that time was, 2015?
Was this a supervisor position or a manager position?
I would say more so like supervisor. That's what it was, yeah. You just handling.
I like shift lead.
Nah. Shift lead is down. You don't get money. You don't get money for that. Shift lead is like an imaginary position. This is a real position. Like.
Oh yeah, them facts. Because I remember.
No different. Anybody do shift lead. Lead your shift.
Oh nah. They know what time it is because you know when you get your first job at McDonald's, it's always a shift lead that make a quarter more than you, but she like 40 years old.
You
and she get on your nerves.
Yo, Beth got to chill out, man.
Excuse me. But yeah, so they gave you the supervisor position. And how old were you at that time?
I had been 24, something like that. I was 24 when I started working this. I had been 20. Yeah, I was still 24. I ain't turned 25. Yeah, I went there for a year before I moved up that way, and then just learning the business. Like, it became easy. You know what I'm saying? Working there every day. Now I started liking it. Like I said, when I came to this company, I had no intentions on being there that long. I didn't know what was gonna happen. It just was like something you were doing. Mm-hmm. After I thought I was just gonna take my degree and be a probation officer. That's what I thought I was gonna do. Like my goal was like,
you would have been mad as hell. Everybody was calling you 12.
What kind of 12? I would have been mad, but what I'm making now, yeah, I would have been mad because I wouldn't foresee me making that much money doing that from that amount of time. You know what I'm saying? Like where I'm at today versus what they make. I thought what they made was good. You know what I'm saying? Like I thought that was like, okay, if I can make that, I'm good.
So how much longer were you with the company before you moved up again?
A good minute. I ain't gonna lie. Like, but I didn't want to move up. Like I always. So how I feel like I don't like to change nothing up until I really feel like the best in my area. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So like, and I mentioned you, but and I said this in my other last podcast, like even with podcasting, like you kept saying do video. I didn't want to do video until I felt like I was really good at audio. I feel like master that first, then you start bringing cameras and stuff in. You know what I'm saying? And when I felt like I couldn't get as much better as I wanted to with there, then I upgrade and do something. Because video is uncomfortable. Like, you know, like you got to worry about, look at all these angles we got. Like, you know, we got to worry about all of that.
This shit kind of intimidating too, especially people that don't do shit.
Exactly.
That we do.
So think about getting guests. Imagine podcasting was still new at the time. So imagine getting guests, people come in their pajamas. You don't know what they got on. You just hear the sound. You just enjoying it. But now it's a different ball game. You got to schedule different now. Their hair got to be done. They got to have clothes. They got a brand. You got to watch what you're wearing, watch what you're saying. It's a lot of stuff that you got to partake into. So before I wanted to get to that level, I wanted to make sure that I was okay with doing it. And that's why in the beginning, you know what I'm saying, you was there, you was doing a lot of the filming and stuff. And when I felt like I can do it, then I went ahead and did it. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like I don't just do something to do it. I have to like really feel confident before I take the next step.
How old were you when you finally moved up?
Yeah, so like I said, I was 24. And then I didn't move up again until I was, I think it was 2019. 2019. So like for 4 years, I was up there just doing the same thing. And once again, like that last year, I feel like what I was doing, I could do it in my sleep. I would not be nowhere in that area I was supposed to be over and running it. I can run it from the phone. That's how easy it got. You know what I'm saying? And once it get like that, like you start wanting, you get too comfortable. I had to get uncomfortable. I had to learn more things. I felt like I couldn't learn no more up there. I couldn't grow no more up there. You know, some stores or some companies, whatever, you got people that's there for a long time. They were trying to retire. So I felt like I had somebody that wasn't going to leave no time soon. So they did this new hierarchy there, and like it was more money to be a supervisor or be in management of different areas. So you went from like, it was like, I think 16 an hour from department manager or whatever to like 20, 21, you know what I'm saying? Which at the time was not really heard of for that company. And when I got that, yeah, things changed from there. Now, they moved around a few times with that, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was definitely different. It's one of them things where like, you think you know everything until you actually get in that position. So like, I use podcasting because that's what we do, right? People might see what you're doing. They be like, damn, that clip kind of ass. Like, I would have said this. I would have did this. Mm-hmm. But they don't know, like, that clip is a very small portion of everything that happened to make that clip. And I think I was guilty of that. Like, I used to be like, that job was easy. I could do that. Like, they don't know when they come up here. I always help them when they come up here. But it was my job to know that up there. That's not their job. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I would, like, ridicule them. But really, when I got in that position, I was like, damn, I see why they don't know this. Because it's not they paid to do. And then, like, your mind started to change. You start to realize, okay, people in play for certain reasons. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you go to somebody to do photos, I'm not expecting them to shoot a video like how you shoot a video. I'm not expecting somebody to run a pod. Even Nicola, he had a magazine, right? Mm-hmm. I ain't expecting him to interview how we interview. I just don't expect it. He shoot video. I mean, he shoot photography. I don't expect me to shoot pictures how he shoot pictures. Like, everybody got their own thing. And I had to learn that. So when I got in the position I was in, like with the company, it was still easy for me, but it wasn't as easy as I thought it was. You know what I'm saying? Like you gain respect for people when you start being in a field, which is why I be telling people sometimes, like, they be like, oh, I think my daughter asked me the other day, she was like, what's the worst movie? I'm like, I can't give you that, man, because I got some bad acting scenes, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. I feel like once you're in them shoes, it's hard to really be like, this person ass, or, you know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta have respect for the person now, or respect for a certain field or entity when you step into them roles and you starting to do it. So, yeah, and I was in that position not long before I got what I'm at now, which, like I said, you can't really go no higher. You can go higher, but I don't know. Like, I don't plan on going higher no time soon. Like, it's gonna take a little minute.
So, what's the current position you just got?
It's just an ASM, so like, you just manage up the store. But it's like, you know, it's
over
like,
the entire store though.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm over a certain zone, but you are expected to run the store. Yeah, okay. You're expected to.
Were you excited and happy when you got offered that position, or was it one of those things where you had to think about it?
No. So it go back to the whole uncomfortable thing. Like, I've been in that store 7 years. Mm-hmm. So like, for me, and I think you've seen the videos of my story and stuff like that. Like, everybody was just happy, people was crying. I ain't post all of it because for privacy purposes, but it's one of the things I feel like I grew there. Like, I've grown there. Like, I came in 24, I'm 30 now, about to be 31. So a lot didn't happen. You know what I'm saying? My whole 20s was there. The wild side of my 20s was there. So it's one thing you wanted to get new scenery. So I was going to change stores anyway. It just so happened that when I had COVID, I was talking to one of the people that worked at the store, and they was like, well, they got this position open, you should apply for it. I was like, nah, I don't want to do that. They're like, nah, just do it, get the question and get a feel of it. But I think they want to give it to somebody else anyway. I was like, all right, cool. So when I applied, long story short, I got it. I got it. I don't know how it happened, but
so you just applied just on the homebug, like?
Yeah, it wasn't. I wanted to leave the store. I would have did a lateral move. You know what I'm saying, to any other store in the other areas. I just wanted to change the scenery. And plus, I'm at the busiest store in the whole city, the whole 50-mile, 100-mile radius. There's no store busier than us. I'm like, if I can make it here for 7 years, like, I need to chill now. I'm trying to chill now. You know what I'm saying? You see how we record, I might have to push it back, or I might can't come at a certain time because
crazy.
I might be there for a long time. Which why I took the position anyway. Cause I'm like, well, I'm already doing these hours anyway. I might as well get this crazy incentives they got, all these wild bonuses. You know what I'm saying? You getting, so why not? You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of how it happened. And when they called me and told me that I got it, I wasn't. I was mad chill. People were more happy for me than I was. You know what I'm saying? But I always been like that. I just felt like when I got it, I had been doing that for like 2 months at that point anyway. They had me training to do it. They think they was using me. That's how I look at it. You know, companies do that. Companies use you. You know,
sure.
Hey, we want you to do this so this way you can move up. I could have been moved up, nigga. I know more than these people. I knew more than people in that position anyway. You know what I'm saying? I'm not. But I play the game. I know how the game goes, so I don't mind playing it. But yeah, once I got it, I think that just the people around was more happy for me. Like, they all came outside. I guess once they told the other management, because they called me first, offered me, they throw mad numbers at you too. I couldn't get excited. I'm like, I don't know what number be happy about. Is it the salary? Is it the bonuses? Is it the 401 extra stuff y'all doing? Is it the stocks y'all giving me? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I'm just happy that I'm hearing thousands and thousands and thousands. You know what I'm saying? And I'm thinking about damn. In that moment, I'm thinking about shit. When I was 19, you know, if I'm thinking about that feeling versus that feeling, yeah, it's definitely different. But it's still a long way to go. You know what I'm saying? For me, at least, I feel like. But it's cool.
If you was talking to the 19-year-old you about where you are right now, what would you tell him how to get to where you are right now?
I would say be patient, but go through everything. Like, I don't think I would be where I'm at right now. And I'm not saying I'm like on this hierarchy, you know, that, but I'm saying life where I'm at. I don't think I'd be where I'm at right now if I didn't go through anything that I went through and how I went through it. Now, personal things that I probably went through, I probably could have did better. Like, this might be something I did, like my own thing, but like just business things and choices and jobs and stuff like that, I would go through it again. Just because you got to learn. Like, if I didn't go through, I went through at 19, I probably would have been doing businesses with somebody and probably still letting them run my business. Mm-hmm. I'll be 31 right now, you know what I'm saying, still needing this person approval to get this money at the bank, or you know what I'm saying, something like that. Whereas now, like, you know, I'm my own person. I don't like partnering if I don't have to. I'm gonna do everything on my own if I can't, or I'd rather partner than work. You know, just I work under somebody. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I think I would say go through it. Just go through it and be patient. Like, anything that I went through, I think it made me where I am now. So you think about where I work at or podcasting, and I would say the same thing with you. A lot of our podcasts that come from and our perspectives and how we perceive things come from the stuff we've been through. So a lot of the takes I have or the words I'm saying, it's from me going through. I went through a 19, 20, 21, 22. It's not like I wake up one day and you be wise. You go wise because you be dumb. Mm-hmm. Or you make these bad decisions, or you go through life and you had these experiences. So I would definitely say go through them. But I definitely say, like, you know, and I don't know how your life went, but like, it's definitely times you're 20, but you be questioning shit like, damn, that was stupid, bro. That was wild. Or sometimes like I think you might think too heavy on something that's not that deep. You know what I'm saying? So I probably my main word is not that deep, bro. Just keep going. Like,
I'm definitely with you on that, because I was just having a conversation with my homeboy last night, and it's funny watching him at 30. He turned 30 in like 2 weeks. It's funny watching him at 30 go through shit that I went through when I was 25, mm-hmm. and I'm like, I'm so glad I went through that shit, because now watching somebody go through that 30 is like, I don't think I can handle it. I'll probably blow my brains out.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, so it's like, and I even as we walking through where I work, and like, I'm thinking of places where this might happen. And I'm talking about anything, like not even just work stuff, personal stuff. Man, you might talk to a girl at work, you know what I'm saying? You might have been doing this, like, thinking about, I'm like, I mean, I was stressing about that, but never that deep, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it just was stupid. Or, not that you better somebody, but you feel like, okay, I was talking to this person, like, for what? They still in the same position they was in 7 years ago. That's crazy. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's like, what did I see? You know, so it's like, just, and, you know, the more you go through, like, your mindset change. If it don't, then something wrong. Like, I feel like, and a lot of times people tell you, they be like, damn, you changed, but like why wouldn't you? You know what I'm saying? Like, if I'm still me if I'm still me how I was at 24, and I'm the same way at 30, something wrong. Anybody, I mean, I'm not saying you can't be yourself. Like, if you already came to yourself at 24, then cool. Not everybody that lucky. I know I wasn't that lucky. Like,
it's a process. Yeah,
I love 30-year-old me more than I love 24-year-old me. You know what I'm saying? I might have been a little smaller, but I'm okay with how I am like now. I definitely got more money in my pocket, I tell you that. You know what I'm saying? I might look like I had it back then, but I got it for real now. So, yeah, I definitely.
It's funny you say that, because I fucking hate 17-year-old me, and I hate hearing my friends talk about them.
See, but you probably live a different lifestyle than I
This ain't about me, though. This ain't about me. I've
always been conservative, though. Like, I've always been, like, chill. Like, how I am. I've always been, like, to myself, laid back. Yeah. I ain't never really been, like wild in the sense of, somebody could say, "Maybe you did that when you was maybe like in the physical sense, like fighting or something like that. That's different, but or like the way you go to demand your respect might be different. But as far as like just being wild, I ain't never was wild. I always was chill, ducked off for my girl, whatever.
All right, we got one more question before we get off. The $1 million question: why would you take dinner with Jay-Z over 500,000? I'm just playing, bro.
I'm a smart man. That's why.
I'm just playing.
I'm a smart man.
So you would take dinner with Jay-Z over 500,000?
30. No, would I take dinner with Jay-Z? No, I'm taking the 500K.
Nah.
Oh, I see what you're saying. I would never take that. I would never. I missed it. Yeah, I missed it. My bad. I would never take Jay-Z. He could ask me. I'm still gonna say no.
Yeah.
Like,
nah. All jokes aside, though, the question I got for real though is, would you take a podcasting deal making half the amount of money that this new position just offered you?
No.
Why not?
I don't need it. I can do what I'm doing and still make the money. I'm like, I got 2 kids. I don't have time to be. I can't take them kind of risk. Now, if I ain't have 2 kids, I don't know. I don't want no deal though. Like, I just told like me going through. I don't want no deal. I want to get it. I feel like if I'm supposed to get it, I'm gonna get it. Like, and I think my philosophy since then, like, I don't want to bash him. Like, I always felt like losing that business. So like, you think of all the possibilities you could have done and stuff you know now, but I may never know that stuff now. So like. Almost like you say dinner with Jay-Z or people say, you might get the knowledge. Nah, fuck that. Like, give me the money. Because at the end of the day, like, what I went through at 19, I wish I didn't go through it, though. You know what I'm saying? I know what I know now, but I wish I didn't go through it. And I wish I would learn on the way and then, you know, made different mistakes so that I could make more money now. You know what I'm saying? But it went how it went, and I'm good. But nah, hell nah. I definitely, I couldn't take no deal. Not for my podcast, because at the end of the day, that's more like more near and dear to me too. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want nobody to be I don't want nobody to be in control of what I'm doing.
But you don't think that sometimes you got to take step backs to take step forward? So with that being said, like, have to take less money to do something that you really like and then build up from there?
Yeah, but I did that already.
Yeah, I feel.
Like, I just did that. I'm just getting back to. Nah, I ain't gonna say I just got back, but I did that already. It took a long time, so I feel like I took a lot of steps back to take some steps forward. But I'll take some more steps forward. You got a deal for that. Yeah, but I would tell the person that. But like I said, I'm smarter now, so like you saying a deal, but I would have to know like the logistics of it, like where it makes sense at. You mean like somebody just throwing me money and saying, hey, you gonna do this, that, and third, and it's half the money I'm getting now?
Mm-hmm.
Half the money I'm getting now is kind of what I would have made. I don't know. Probably not, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Probably not,
bro.
Cause I feel like if that's possible, right? If I can get that deal, if I had the money I'm making now, then I mean I can invest in myself. If that makes sense, because I'm making double what I'm making now, so I could just work on half the budget I've been working on and then make my own deal, if that's the case. And I'd rather you say take steps back, take it forward. I just chill for a year and get it, and then go from there. Like, you know. We said
on the last pod I did, Big King asked me how much money would somebody have to offer me for me to take a podcasting deal and be comfortable.
Like, 100K. For life. For 100K.
I said 200.
100K.
I said 200.
We gotta say 100K because, like, at that point, well,
the deal got to be at least 400, but I need 200.
No, you're right. You know, you're right. Because 100K, like, I could just, I don't make 100K at all. I'm not saying that.
Yeah.
But it's not like super far from 100. So, nah, yeah, 200 sound. It has to be something that I really just can't get. You know what I'm saying? Like 100K now to me, like, it don't even seem like a lot.
See, the only thing that would bother me about taking a deal where I'm making 200,000, Blue gonna want 200,000 too.
No.
Exactly.
At that point, no.
So
At that point, that's when you go have a dinner with Jay-Z and you find out how you can give Blue to take pennies. But nah, on the real though,
no. At that point, I would just have to pitch to the people like, I know y'all think Blue is funny, but look, my homeboy Maine, trust me, it's way more brilliant.
All you gotta do, and I don't want to say okay, but all you have to do with that is just you put Blue on a thing. I don't know how much money you make a year now, but if you got 200K, you can give him a salary. At that point, it has to be 200K. Hey, just like
he gonna want 200.
But just like you asked me, what would you take? You don't have to tell me what you make. Hey, what would it take for you to start like podcast? How much money would it take? 50K. He might say 50K or some shit like that. I don't know. All right, bet him and stop. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? Don't give him 50K up front because you never see him again. But
yeah,
you know, spread it out.
But nah, once people figure out how much money you make though, that's when they want more. Well, and me and Blue already went through that.
Like I said, I'm in corporate America, so like that's the thing. You can't talk, and that's why everybody lie about the money they make. Everybody lies so that either you like making more, or you can find out how much somebody else making. You be like, okay, they making too much money, like, and then you get upset. So yeah, you don't supposed to talk money. That's why I learned. That's one thing about corporate America I like is that don't talk about money you make. I think that's like the best thing to me. I know why they don't want you talking about it, but like for me, it's perfect. I don't like doing that. And if I'm doing business and I've done business with you, I'll explain to the person I'm doing something with because of things I've been through. You know what I'm saying? So I always tell you, hey, they give me this, I'm gonna give you X, Y, Z. I always be upfront like that, but then again, I don't do business with nobody else, so I try to just keep it to myself.
But yeah, man, I think this was an interview that people heard you speak about things you never spoke about before.
Yeah.
That's the type of interviews that we do on Maine Slim. So if you want to book an interview, come holler at us. I hate when niggas weak at the camera. That shit is so lame.
Nah, yeah, I don't know. But people, like I said, they don't ever have sometimes when they be on your show, on my show, or on our show, that's like their time. You know what I'm saying? Time to shine. That's like they Breakfast Club. That's they Hot 97. That's they Big Boy Neighborhood. That's anything looking like that. That's theirs at the time. But
the reason why sometimes, and you gonna disagree with what I'm saying probably, sometimes I like doing niggas that rap, pause, is because
that's crazy, yeah.
It's because like, it's something about talking to somebody that has that underdog underground artist mentality, and y'all can have a interesting conversation with. Sometimes you get that from them.
I can't see it.
Yeah, I know you gonna disagree, but that's what I like. I don't like doing interviews with niggas that walk in thinking they celebrities. I don't like that type of shit.
I think the fact that I'm so personal with a lot of stuff I'm doing, people call me sometimes. They be like, "Oh, you was mad when this person said this, right?" Like, how you know? It's like, I can see it in your face, and that's why I have to be off camera. Like, I know it now. I have to be. Like, I try to do some hair on camera, like being in it, and I think I bear too much. I can't hide my emotion. I'm like, answer the question I'm asking you, bro. Like, don't give me this rap stuff. Like, say that for the booth. It's a different kind of studio. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And then like,
but that's what come with interviews though.
Nah, see, not really, cause I done did somewhere.
Bro, an interview is like a chess game, bro.
I feel like if it's like a chess game, then it's not really, to me, it's not that genuine. Cause that means somebody ain't doing it for the right reason.
But
it's not me.
7 times out of 10, that's it though.
I'm gonna say this: y'all paying to get Maine Slim, I don't care how you come on the show. You know what I'm saying?
Let's be clear on that.
If you paying for an interview, let me know what direction you want to go. We'll make you go that direction. That's cool. But when I'm just hitting you up on the strength, just helping and supporting, yeah, man, just respect my time, please. Cause that's why and rapping is cool. I don't mind rappers, just not every week, every month. I might do a limit from now on. I might just do 2 a year on one of the masters, maybe 1 a year. Damn, I do 2 because I gotta get one to my man Jace. So, I don't know.
AKA Juanito. Yeah. And we bring Juanito back.
We definitely gotta bring Juanito back.
We bring Juanito back.
My man out of pocket.
Yeah, that name just too far, bro.
Son, I don't know, man. It made me tripping, man.
But yeah, man, if y'all want to book an interview like this, y'all need to holler at us, man. Cheap rates, man, coming into the wintertime. And that's all we got, man. But I got some merch coming too.
I think, but something like this, I think will be. I like this setting for artists or for individuals who trying to push them, because sometimes like you can't push a product until you push yourself like now. And nowadays they're not buying. Like, you're not buying a Fresco hat just because it look nice. You buying it because you fuck with Libra.
The brand.
Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what happens. So when you do interviews like this, it's just like, it's no, like, I didn't know what you were going to ask me. We didn't speak prior to this. Probably last time we spoke, like, really, really was like maybe last week on the phone. About nothing really, though. So I didn't know what you were coming to ask. So like, I didn't have nothing like planned or answers planned. These are all like straightforward answers, whatever. But that's what you need sometimes to push, your brand. So somebody that's gonna look at this, may like what I'm saying, cool. Now that I drop something, they're gonna watch it more. Or let me watch it, or they might have an idea, or they might be in the same situation. You know what I'm saying? Like, you never know. But that's how you start to gain support. By just
I thought this interview was interesting because it's a side that people never seen from you. Like, we always talk about you being a father. We always talk about your podcast. We don't never talk about like you and your career path and like how you went through ups and downs and trials and tribulations. So shout out to my homeboy Scooter. He gave me this idea.
Yeah, shout out to him. Yeah, definitely. Like, I've talked about it, but those be like the personal joints. Like it's before I kind of knew you. Mm-hmm. I would do them just like I do my solo ones now.
Yeah,
19, 20 minutes. I do something simple like that. I think I told a story of how we lost it and stuff like that before, but man, that's a good point. I might even do that again just on camera this time. Ain't no telling. I don't know. Who knows? This does spark me to trying to kind of go through that, because it's somebody that's 19 right now probably going through it.
That's why I was asking you questions. I was asking you.
I remember being like I said, I love my pop, my mom and stuff, but sometimes you gotta go through stuff your own. You know what I'm saying? And when I was 19, like I probably would have did anything for this 30,000. You know what I'm saying? That's how bad I felt like. Or when I was 20, I'm sorry, not 19. When I was like 21, I was going through it. I would have did anything for 30,000. You know what I'm saying? So I can imagine, being where I'm at now. You would told me that 10 years ago, I was like, nah, you lying. You know what I'm saying? But you be patient, you know what I'm saying? And then over the years, like I said, it's not like where I'm at now is where I need to be, but I gradually just moved up. You start getting comfortable, start to have money, you know what I'm saying? And I'm happy that, because like when my daughter was born, one thing I had this fear that I would be going in stores and can't get her what she want. You know what I'm saying? So like where I worked at, when I ended up working, like it helped. When she's able to talk, it put her in daycare, paying for it, able to pick up, get some food every day. You know what I'm saying? So like life will go forward if you just keep pushing. So that's all I can tell young people. Just be patient, man. It's gonna come. But you gotta work for it though. It ain't gonna fall in your lap. I don't people think they could just stand in that and just wait. No. You gotta work, but be patient and just be smart about it. That's all.
Wise words from Maine.
Try,
Man, that's all we got, man. Y'all be ready for the next episode of Maine Slim and hopefully some more interviews, man. And we out.
All right.